Okay, so again, it's important for us to learn subject pronouns because this would be enable us to make sentences in Spanish, as well as also when we learn the conjugation of verbs. Conjugated verbs and subject pronouns are important, no? Let's proceed to pronouns first. In English, just a quick recall of our grade school and high school, senior high grammar classes. It's classified into three: first person, second person, and third person. Now, what is this first person? First person pronouns. What are these? Or what is this? What is the function of first person? Yes. Okay. This is now I. Correct. That's Jean, right? Si Jean ba yun? Who's that?
Del Rosario po.
Erica. Okay. Naka-green kasi kay Jean kanina. Oh, good. Now, naka-green kay Erica. So, first person I. What is the function of that? This is now the speaker or the doer of the action. Yung gumagawa ng, of course, the verb. No? Second person naman, we have the
You.
you're the person you're talking to. Okay. And the third person is
They.
or he, she, it, the person we are talking about, or the thing that we are talking about. It doesn't have to be a person as well. So, yeah. Basically, yeah. Yun, first, second, and third, and it's also classified sa numbers, singular or plural. Singular, self-explanatory na yan. You know it already. Isa, plural, dalawa, or more. In English, these are our pronouns, right? I, you, he, she, it, singular yan. We, you, all, and they, that is plural, right? Now we will look at the Spanish counterpart naman. Eto na, please ready your pen and paper. Singular subject pronouns first. We discuss the singular. First person, of course, in English is I. In Spanish, it would be yo. Okay, it would be yo. Repite, por favor. Yo.
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 Yo. Okay. Second person naman, tú. No? Repite, por favor. Tú.
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 Okay. During your midterms, yo soy. So this is now the correct or the full sentences, no, or sentence of how do you introduce yourself. Yo soy Maria. No. So tú and a tú is you. And then meron pang isa, usted. You remember usted? ¿Cómo está usted? This is now during formal situations, right? We have tú is informal and usted is formal. Usted is you, but used informal. Okay? So, yo, tú, usted. Next, we have the third person naman, he or she. Yung sa he is él. Yung she is ella. Okay? Repite, por favor. Él.
El.
El.
Ella.
Ella.
Hindi siya ella. Okay? Hindi siya ella. Ella.
Ella.
Ella.
Yo,
Ella.
ella.
Yo. Ella.
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 Pwede rin ella. Okay?
Ella.
Ella, it's okay. Now, these are some important points that we have to discuss. So, tú versus tú. Ito na yung mga accent. Now, the usage of the accent. Accented tú means you in the subject pronoun. For example, tú hablas español muy bien. You speak Spanish very well. Repite, por favor. Tú hablas español muy bien.
Tú hablas español muy bien.
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Muy bien. Okay?
Muy
So, yan yung may accent. Ano naman yung wala? Yung walang accent, this is now your. It means your. It's a possessive, okay, pronoun. Example sentence, tu hermano no habla mucho. Repita, por favor. Tu hermano no habla mucho.
Tu
Hermano,
hermano
No habla
habla
mucho.
mucho.
Muy bien. Okay, tu hermano is your brother. No habla, do not talk much. Mucho. Okay. So, no habla, what is the verb of that again? Hablar, right? And you are familiar with that when you say hablo. Hablo español. And ¿qué idiomas hablas? You remember? ¿Qué idiomas hablas? When you ask other people what languages you speak. So now, when you are using hablar in the third person yung pinag-uusapan ninyo, no? No, it becomes habla. Okay? To hermano, bakit? Ano ba tong your brother? How would you use a pronoun to this in English? Your brother does not talk very much. What is this in when you replace the subject with a pronoun?
He.
He, okay. Di naman complicated yung tinanong ko, di ba? Okay, he. Very grade 1 yata ito. Okay. He does not talk very much. Right. So, he does not talk very much. Right. So, what will be your Spanish pronoun here? Dito dapat yan. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sige. Ito yung function. No, we're using pronouns, not yung your. Okay. And what is that in Spanish? I thought you're writing down notes.
El.
El. Good. Forgive my accent. I don't have I cannot put accent when I'm annotating. No, so just in case uh please consider that as an accent, no? But during your quizzes and exam, I would be very strict with the accent. So, what? El habla. What am I writing? El no habla mucho. Okay. Okay, él no habla mucho. So I will be very strict with the accent. So if you don't have in your keyboard this accent, you can download that. Okay, go to your settings, keyboards, and then download Spanish keyboard. Or you can copy and paste somewhere. Okay, but let me just make it clear. If you mean to say you, but it doesn't have accent, it is wrong. Okay, it would mean this one. Another point, which also will be discussed later on, pag tinanggal nyo tong no habla, pag tinanggal nyo yung no el at sinabi nyo no habla mucho, it's implied, it's already given na you're talking about someone who does not speak much because no habla. No, it just if it's that's the only sentence and it's not clear who. Is it he? Is it she? Sino ang hindi nagto-talk very much, okay? If you say hablo, no hablo mucho, what is that?
You're talking about yourself.
And in English,
I don't speak much.
I don't speak much. Muy bien. Who's that?
Erika po.
Erica pa din. Okay. I don't speak much. When you say no hablas mucho, what does it mean?
You don't speak much.
You don't speak much. Yes. Okay, everyone in the same page. I hope you are getting it, no? Just like Erica, because later baka mamaya mag-reflect sa quiz, hindi nyo pala na-gets. Okay? Right. So, tatlo pa lang yan. Later, dadagdagan na natin yan, no? Ng plural. Okay? We will have the plural conjugation of the verb. Okay? This one will be again reiterated and discussed later. Okay? You can omit the subject pronoun because it will be implied naman automatically. So that's 2 versus 2 with accent. We also have L versus L. L with accent. It means, of course, yung subject pronoun, he. Example sentence, él tiene mucho amigos. Repite, por favor, él tiene mucho amigos.
Él tiene mucho amigas.
amigos.
Okay. Él tiene, no? Do you know, I think you know él already, he. Mucho is much, amigos is friends. What is tiene? It's from the verb tener, which means
To have.
to have. Okay. So you are familiar with this because in midterms you are using it as tengo. No. Tengo. Nasaan na? Yo tengo. Sorry. Yo tengo. Tengo 20 años. Tengo 21 años. You're using that, right? You can also use that in the literal sense, which means to have something, literally. Like, tengo mucho amigos. What's the meaning of tengo mucho amigos? Anyone?
To have lots of friends.
The complete sentence, tengo from Joe. Sorry. All right, what was the last example that I gave? Help me out. Okay.
Tengo mucho amigas.
Gracias, Jean. Okay. Yo tengo. Oh, sorry. Iba kasi yung keyboard na gamit ko. Yo tengo mucho amigos. Okay. What does it mean in English? Because I'm using yo. What is yo? I. So it means in English,
I have a lot of friends.
I have a lot of friends. Muy bien. Okay. See, you can already translate some simple Spanish sentences, right? So when we use it in the second person, tienes. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Yeah. ¿Cuántos años tienes? So, tengo, tienes. ¿Cuántos años tienes? You remember that? Tienes. So, sorry, not yet for that. Tú tienes muchos. Oh, sorry. It should be edited already. Sorry. So, yan. I keep forgetting to edit it right after. Tú tienes muchos amigos. Why? Because it's plural. Sorry, guys. Okay, I keep forgetting. Él tiene muchos amigos. Tengo muchos amigos. Tienes muchos amigos. Okay. Tú tienes muchos amigos. What is that? What is tú? You, which means in English,
You have lots of friends.
you have lots of friends. Okay, good. So let's go now to L. L is he. Tiene, this is how you conjugate naman yung tener. in the third person, tiene. Don't worry, later, meron tayong rule, no? May pattern yan, which I will lay out later on. So, tengo, tienes, tiene, muchos amigos. Pag wala naman accent, if you're not using the accent, this is now the definite article, the. You remember el and what's the feminine?
La.
La. What's the masculine plural?
Los.
Los. And feminine plural?
Las.
Las.
Las. Okay. Dalawa lang estudyante ko yata dito. Okay. Alright. So, el, la, los, las. Yan yung definite and definite article rather. Okay. So, if you don't use the accent, yun na. That means the. Okay. Alright. So, el perro necesita agua. That's the example sentence. Repite, por favor. El perro necesita agua.
El perro.
El perro necesita agua.
Okay, good. I think lately, I'm getting the hang of that rolled R. I'm getting the hang of it. Yung r, no? El perro necesita agua. So you have to really practice that rolling, that R, no? R sound. El perro. El perro. Okay? El perro. Baka yung iba, el perro. No? Pero. Okay? I hope, no? By now, you can already pronounce the rolled R. El perro necesita agua. The dog needs water. Okay? So, ito na yon. The dog, el perro. Necesita is needs, agua is water. Just a quick, quick conjugation lang from first to second ng necesita. So, the same principle that you're going to apply here. Laki naman. Okay. So, anong, call this one? What could be the ending? Or what could be the verb?
Necesito.
Necesito. Okay, agua. We also have, sa to naman, to. Necesi. Kulang pa yan.
Necesitas.
Necesitas agua. And then, of course, el necesito. Okay. El necesita, rather, agua. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. All right. So, any questions so far? So far, so good. Is it confusing? Kasi first person to second person to third person pa lang yan. No? Paano pa kaya kapag nadagdagan na? So it's important that now you already understand that. You could already understand that. Okay? No questions? All right, moving on. There is no Spanish word for it. Okay, another important point. Why is it so? Bakit walang Spanish word for it?
Kasi almost all of the nouns has gender.
Yes. Okay. Not almost, right? All. All nouns have gender in Spanish. All nouns, but gracias, no, Erica? Yeah. All nouns in Spanish have gender. So there's no word for Spanish it. No? It's either he or she lang yan. No, he or she. Example, el ojo, the eye, la botella, diba? So, when we use that in a sentence, el ojo es hermoso. The eye is beautiful. And you want to say, it is beautiful. What are you going to use? Or how can you translate that in Spanish? If you want to say, it is beautiful. How are you going to translate that in Spanish? Sorry, I'm irritated with that sound. Okay. It is beautiful.
Es hermoso.
Es hermoso. Good. Okay, nag-shortcut na. What's the pronoun that you're going to use? Sige, para ma-gets ng mga klase mo. What's the full with the pronoun in Spanish? You can see there it's masculine. So what is the masculine? You want to say, it is beautiful. But walang gender, no? Walang it sa Spanish. But el is masculine. So what is the masculine pronoun? Any guess?
Él es hermoso.
Él es hermoso. Okay, él es hermoso. Alright? Él es hermoso. Kanina may sumagot, es hermoso. Yes, because it's also correct. Because again, if you remove that, es hermoso, it's understandable na it is beautiful. Because S is conjugated for, because S is conjugated form of the verb ser in the third person. Okay. Third person, yung S. Okay. Third person. Later, this one will be discussed. So don't worry. Ser. What is this ser? Ano ba tong ser na to? Okay. La botella, the bottle, la mano. Okay. So let's, let's do the same thing with la botella. Hey, what's happening? Okay, same thing. Let's say la botella es grande. The bottle is, what is grande?
Big.
Big. Okay, good. So how do I put, or how do I use the pronouns here? Which pronoun? Feminine, which is
La.
la, but I want to say it is beautiful. It is big. I want to say it is big. Ano na ang feminine pronoun ng it?
La es grande.
We're not using definite article. We're not using, because the definite article la is, it means the. So when you say la es grande, the, it is big. Yun yung literal translation. The, it is big. But I want to say it is big lang. Okay? And you're talking about the feminine bottle, la botella. So ano ang counter?
Ella.
Okay, ella. Good. Ella es grande. Gets? Gets ng lahat? Okay na? Nagets nyo na? La botella is just when you're talking about, use la or el if you're talking, remember, dapat may noun kasunod ng definite article, right? Dapat may kasamang noun yun. La something, la botella, el ojo. It cannot be without it. If without it, you use a pronoun. Okay? Diba? Because you cannot just say, oh, the eye is big, the eye is beautiful, the eye is green, the eye is so and so in English. Diba? You're saying the eye is beautiful, it is big, and it is black. So use the next sentences, you use pronouns na, right? So same function. El ojo es hermoso, él es grande, no? Or in using la botella is, you can also use hermoso, the bottle is beautiful. Ella es grande, no? Ella es pequito, if it's small, and all these things, no? So the same thing as what you're gonna do for next week. You have to describe someone, your family or your friends. Okay. La mano. So, mano is suave. The hand is smooth. What pronoun? The same thing. Anyone? Sige lang.
Ella.
Ella. Good.
Mm.
Ella. Ella is suave. It is smooth. Did you see? It is beautiful. The I, isang I lang yan ha. Pag dalawa na son, you use son. S or son. It is big. Did you see this explanation or this principle? Kahit it yung gamit mo in English, it, you have to know the gender of that noun. Kasi it follows that yung magiging pronoun niya is dapat correct gender, right? Él es hermoso. Ella es grande. Ella es suave. Kahit pa in English, it lang yan, right? So, I hope that's clear. Any question? Done copying? Yeah. Next tayo, we have another example. The same thing as what I just said. La mesa es grande. Of course, la is feminine. So you have to look for the feminine pronoun. Ella. Ella es grande. Feminine. Okay. Next. Plural naman tayo. Nako. Okay. Plural. First person. We have nosotros or nosotras. Okay. When do we use nosotros and when do we use nosotras? Anyone? When do we use nosotros? When do you think we use nosotros? And when are we using nosotras?
If the speaker is either boy or a girl.
If the speaker is boy or girl, okay? Because we're using plural na, so if the group of speaker or the group of the doer of the action are male or masculine, you use nosotros. If the group is feminine, you use nosotras. What about if it's a mixture of both feminine and masculine? What are you going to use? Is it nosotros or is it nosotras? If it's a mixture.
Nosotros.
Nosotros. Sí, okay. Claro, muy bien. Nosotros, okay? Right. So you only have to use nosotros. I hope you remember that. Okay. Second person tayo, you all. That is vosotros. Also, vosotras. Okay. And ustedes. It says here Spain. Only in Spain. Only in Spain. Okay? Yung vosotros na word. Okay, it's only in Spain, just like what we have watched in the video earlier. Vosotros or vosotras, same principle, no? Group of male or female or mixture, vosotros, vosotras. But in Spain, vosotros is now informal. No? Informal, vosotros. And formal na plural, you're talking to many people formally, ustedes. Okay? If I say tú is informal, usted is formal. So tú in informal is vosotros in plural. Usted singular, ustedes plural. Okay? In Spain. For the rest of the Spanish-speaking countries, they're only using ustedes, both formal and informal. Okay? I hope they're tied on. Third person, they. You are going to use ellos or ellas. Ellos or ellas. Same principle. Kung group of male, ellos. Group of female, ellas. Now, just a recall, katulad nga ng sinabi ko, I already wrote it there a while ago. Tú, informal, usted, formal. And these are singular. Vosotros, informal, ustedes, plural, and these are plural. So all of these, they mean the same thing, which is you. Okay? Dami, diba? Ang daming you in Spanish. In English, you lang yan. Okay? You lang yan, ma'am. Bakit sa Spanish, apat na? Marami pa, te. Okay? Now, this is a table or a chart showing everything that we have discussed for Spanish subject pronouns. I hope when you were trying to write down your notes, you did it like the same thing as this para mas madali, diba? So, ganyan siya. Right? You can take a screenshot or, write down. But of course, we are moving on to the next slide now. That's why. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot na. Okay? Or if you've written that down, good. Muy bien. Okay, moving on. For those of you who are visual learners, who learn by seeing photos and graphics, videos, this is a simple graphic. Okay, los pronombres personales, personal pronouns or subject pronouns in English. So yo is I'm pointing at myself. Tú is I'm pointing to you. You're the one I'm talking to. Ayan, magkausap sila, él, ella. Él, so she is pointing to a man and he is pointing to a woman. Él, ella. Usted naman, that little girl is talking to an older man. Kaya ginamit niya yung usted, right? Nosotros, nosotras is we. Okay, that's why magkakaakbay. Vosotros, vosotras is only in Spain. That's why you can see the flag of Spain at the back. And there you go. You can see mixture of both men and women, or boys and girls rather. And dun siya sa vosotros. Vosotras, all girls, right? And lastly, ellos, ellas. He is pointing, the speaker is pointing at these boys and girls. And a girl is ellos. And then he is pointing at the two girls is ellas. And at the very back, ustedes. No, the little girl is talking to two older adults. So ustedes. That's basically it. Correct? No? So far, so good? Okay. Please help me read this, Jean.
Subject pronouns are placed in front of the conjugated verb to clarify who or what is doing the action of the verb.
Okay, gracias. Please read Mark Kevin.
Subject pronouns are not always needed because the conjugation of the verb implies who or what is doing the action of the verb.
Okay, sorry for that. Hold on. Where's my annotation? Let's go back to that. So, at the last part, subject pronouns are not always needed. Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. You can omit the pronouns because it's already implied. That's why when we say yo soy Maria, and then we omitted yo because it's already implied. Soy is yo. Okay? So, ganyan lang siya. You omit the soy, you omit the yo rather, and you retain the soy because that's already conjugated form of the first person. Ano ba itong soy? What is this soy? Soy now is the conjugated first person of the verb ser. Okay? Of the verb ser. And what is this ser? In English, it's the to be verb. Okay? This is now the verb to be. And what is this to be? Ito na in English, ha? Please go over this very quickly. Let me just drink some water. Hold on. Okay. Hindi ko makita yung button. Okay, wait lang. All right. Malapit nang bumigay ang lalamunan. Okay. So, oops. This is have you read this board or post, no? So that's basically the verb ser. Okay? In English, because later I will explain why. Bakit English lang yan? Because in Spanish, dalawa kasi. So, this is now the verb ser. Can you hear me? Okay. I thought I'm still muted. This is now the verb to be. When you introduce yourself, I am Frank. When you talk about feelings, I am happy, I'm not happy, I'm single, marital status, age, I am 20 years old, I am a teacher. When you talk about profession, I am a Filipino. So, nationalities. Ito naman siya. Full form, I am, he is, she is, it is, you are, we are. Etong mga nakikita nyo, am, is, and are, these are now the verb to be. Okay. In English. It's, okay, yun lang yan. So, but different naman siya when it comes to Spanish. So, ser, this is now the conjugation of ser depending on who is the doer of the action. Remember, there are only some uses of the verb ser because in Spanish, dalawa ang ser. There are two to be verbs, no? We have ser, and the other one is estar. You remember estar from? When did we use estar? When did we use estar? Estoy. Estoy bien. You remember? Estoy and soy. So, dalawa yan. So, when you were talking about feelings, how are we? Then we use estar because it is changing, no? It's temporary. So, feelings can be temporary, feelings can change, so you use estar. Estoy bien, estoy mal, I'm bad, estoy, these feelings. Soy naman, no? I am Maria. You cannot change your identity. That's why you use that. That's one way to one guideline most often than not, okay, or generally, but of course there are some other exemptions. Okay. Today we will be talking about, or we will be focusing on ser, okay, not estar. So as you can see here, these are now the conjugations. Pag yo soy, tú eres. No? Ella, él, usted, parejas. Nosotros somos, vosotros sois. We also have ellas, ellos, ustedes, parejas. Okay? Para hindi kayo masyadong, ang dami naman, ma'am. Alright. And there's no way for you to master this than to memorize because ser now is an irregular verb. Walang pattern, meaning irregular verb ang ser. It doesn't follow a pattern when you conjugate it, kaya ganyan siya, magkakaiba. Somos, soy, son. Okay? Repite, por favor. Yo soy estudiante.
Yo soy
Yo
Yo
soy
soy
estudiante.
estudiante.
Tú eres inteligente.
Tú
Tú
eres
eres
Es
inteligente.
Inteligente.
Ella es simpática.
Ella
Ella
es
es simpática.
Simpática.
Usted es profesor.
Usted
Usted
es
es
profesor.
Nosotros somos amigos.
Nosotros
somos
somos
amigos.
amigos.
Vosotros sois de España.
Vosotros sois de España.
España.
Ellos son hermanos.
Ellos son
Ellos son
hermanos.
Hermanos.
Ustedes son extranjeros.
Ustedes
son
son
extranjeros.
Okay. So, which of these sentences do you not know the meaning? Without Googling, maybe you can take it from the cognate context or cognate clues. Cognate clues. Which one here? Yung de, it is from. That means from. Okay. Soy de. You remember? You use that. Soy de Filipinas. Soy de España. Okay. What about, so you know everything? You can understand everything? Yeah. Any question here? Anong mga words ang hindi nyo naintindihan or you don't know the meaning of? What is extranjeros?
Stranger, ma'am.
Yeah, stranger or foreign, no? Kaya 'di ba, we have extranjero, 'di ba? Stranger. So it's a cognate, Filipino Spanish cognate of extranjeros. No? But that means foreign or stranger, foreigner, parang ganun. Okay? Good. Moving on. We use the verb ser. Don't worry, we're almost there. Ito na yung mga uses ng ser. First, when we're identifying something or someone. For example, yo soy Maria. Okay. Tú eres Clara. You are Clara. Ella es niña. Él es niño. Okay. So, niña and niño here does not mean boy or girl, ha? Because in Spanish, it means girl and boy. It means the name. Okay. But it could also be used as that way, no? He is a boy. She's a girl. So you can also say ella es niña. Él es niño with small letter N. Okay? If you see capital, ibig sabihin pangalan yan. Right? Ella es niña. So, parang next week you will do like, hello, for today, I will be, what do you call this one? I will be introducing Jean. No? Okay? Or I will be introducing my speaking partner. Ella es Jean, no? And then, yun na. Parang ella es 20. Ella tiene 20 años, no? You can also emit ella tiene 20 años. Tiene kasi third person, right? You remember? Okay. So that one. Okay, un momento, por favor. I will just put it in my calendar so I don't forget. Okay, good. All right, so, nosotros somos familia antigua. Okay, nosotros somos familia antigua. We are Antigua family. Okay, that one also next week when you are introducing your family. No, nosotros somos familia del Rosario. No, ella es mi mamá, él es mi papá. You show your picture, the pictures. Okay, so ganyan. Nationality, I think this is already a review because you know this already, no? When you are talking about nationality, you ser. Yo soy Filipina. Tú eres española. Ella es francesa, él es francés. Nosotros somos Filipinos. We are Filipinos. When we're talking about profession and occupation, we also use ser. For example, yo soy estudiante. Tú eres cocinera. Ella es doctora or él es doctor. Nosotros somos ingenieros. We are engineers. Okay. What else? We also have physical characteristics and personality traits. Yo soy lista. Tú eres hermosa. Ella es trabajadora. Él es trabajador. Trabajadora is hardworking. Nosotros somos amigables, friendly. Now you would ask me, Ma'am, ang mga physical characteristics naman po at saka personality traits nagbabago. So why are we using ser? First, because that's what the rule says. Okay? So it's based on the rule. May rule yan na yan talaga ang gagamitin when you are talking about this characteristics and traits. Second, parang rude naman yata if you use estar, no? Ano ba ang estas, 'di ba? Como estas? Ano ba ang second person ng estar? Estas. Yan yung second person ng estar. And then you want to say estás hermosa. You want to say you are beautiful. And you use estas, which means it's not permanent. So like today you're beautiful, tomorrow you're ugly. Parang ganon. So medyo rude naman. Bastos naman yata pag estas ginamit mo. No? So I think that's like, yun lang for me, that's just my explanation. But of course, the very answer to that is because it's the rule, no? That's where you should use there. Okay? All right. Lastly, you use ser when we talk about materials. La casa es grande. Los juguetes son coloridos. Los juguetes son coloridos is the toys. The toys are colorful. No? Toys are colorful. So yan yan. Coloridos. Okay? Son, bakit son? So before mag-end yung Zoom natin and then we open a new one. Bakit son? Kasi ano ang plural? Come on, let's help me on this. Last 1.5. Ano ang plural pronoun niya in plural ng the toys? Anyone? Plural pronoun. You're not gonna use it is colorful because you are pertaining to plural. Then what are you gonna use? Oh, hindi kaya ng 1 minute. Naku, paano kayo papasa niyan? I think this is very basic English. How do you use the pronoun here? English muna. No? Wala? Okay, let's open a new one. No, you're thinking too much. Simple lang from your English class. Paano nyo gagamitin ang pronoun? English pronoun dito.
These.
Demonstrative siya. But only pronoun. This is demonstrative, like these, that, you know. But you have to use just the subject pronoun. What is that?
They.
They. Okay, good. Let's get back to that. Of course, let's close first our Zoom. No, I forgot. I forgot to press record. Okay, so yun nga, gets. So far, so good. So they are colorful. And then yung Spanish pronoun niya is ellos. Yung they is ellos. And then yung conjugation ng ser in the third person plural is son. Coloridos. Okay? Good. Last na tayo. That yung ser, we were using ser because it's irregular. Now let's go to regular verbs. Mas madali na lang ang mag-conjugate ng regular verbs. So remember, there are 3 kinds of verbs in Spanish. Verbs that ends in AR, ER, and IR. Eto na. Ano ba example? First, punta tayo sa AR. Hablar. When we say it ends with AR and you say hablar, this is now the infinitive form. Okay? This is the infinitive form. When I say what is the infinitive form, it must end with AR, ER, or IR. Yan yung hindi pa na-conjugate. 2 plus verb. Okay? When we say infinitive, 2 plus verb in English. Like to jump, to speak, to eat, to live. Okay? Yan yung infinitive. Now, the rule. Okay? Ang rule ngayon sa AR, okay? You have to now remove the ending, AR, and then add ending to stem. You have to add this. O, AS, itong mga to, okay? Depende kung sino ang doer of the action. So, if you want to say, I speak, yo, ano na ngayon? Yo, yo, hablo. Good. So, ito, lagyan lang natin ng drawing ha, para makita nyo yung pattern. Okay? Yan. And so on. Please help me. Yo hablo. Tu
Hablas.
hablas. Él, ella.
Habla.
Kasama yung usted. Habla. Good. Habla. Nosotros.
Habla. Ay.
Amos.
Ab.
Ay, dali.
Hablamos.
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 Yes. Vosotros.
Habláis.
Habláis. Yes. Ellos, ellas, ustedes.
Hablan.
Hablan. Okay. So, yan yun. Yan yung conjugation sa regular verb. O, diba? Hindi nyo na kailangan i-memorize. You just have to remember yung ending. Memorize yung mga ending. Punta tayo sa verb ending with ER. Let's have comer, to eat. No? Okay, same thing. Please help me conjugate it. Yo. This one, ha? Ito tayo.
Como.
Como.
Yo como.
Tu.
Comes.
Comes.
Comes. El.
Come.
Come.
Ella. Usted. Come. Nosotros.
Comemos.
Comemos. Vosotros.
Come.
Comes.
Kumeis. Ellos. Ellas.
Amen.
Comment.
Komen.
Okay. Good. Muy bien. Okay.
Muy bien.
Alright. For the verbs naman ending in IR, it will be by you na. Okay? You basically understand the principle, no? That's yeah. Ano pa kaya? So okay, that's it for now. That would be part of your assignment actually. Kaya I don't want to conjugate vivir. Yeah. So vivir is now to leave. And so because of that, I would like to say that I stand corrected because last midterms you were using or I was explaining and saying viver, diba? Viver. Sorry for that. It is vivir. No, I know this to be a very basic. No, I know this during my beginner Spanish classes. I just totally forgot. So it's my fault, no? I stand corrected for that. It's vivir, IR, and the same thing, no? Just add the endings. But that will be part of your assignment. Okay. Any questions so far? So far, so good.
Ma'am.
If no questions, then that's it for today, actually. See, we're fast, no? Kasi sagot ng sagot sila Erica at saka sila Jean. Otherwise, aabutin tayo ng siyam-siyam. Okay. Okay, you have half an hour left. You can already start doing the assignment, no? Pagka-close nyo neto ng Zoom, you can see the assignment page. It's already posted there. Prepare for a quiz tomorrow. If you need to review it again, review your notes again because the PowerPoint will be posted only after the quiz. What was that? You can start memorizing a Spanish song. That will be part of your project, no, of your final requirement. Okay. Ano kaya ang Spanish song, no, na gusto nyo? Okay, you can just sing a couple of parts like yung first until yung chorus. Okay, hindi, wag naman buong song kasi 3 minutes yon. Kawawa naman ako manood ng mga vlogs ninyo. Okay. So, right, you can start memorizing. If no questions, then that's it for today. Yeah. Everyone finish copying? Yeah? Tapos na ba lahat? Thumbs up kung tapos na lahat. Mga opya.
Malapit na, ma'am.
Okay, hindi pa tapos. Alright, sige. Very good. Sige, you can also take a screenshot. Okay. Good luck tomorrow, ha? Again, check your keyboards kung meron na kayong accent, kung kaya nyo nang lagyan ng accent yung mga pronouns. At because it will be marked wrong if walang accent. Okay. Okay, before leaving, please write your names in the chat box one last time for the closing, no? I want 2 roll calls. Just type your names in the chat box. Let's see if may mga nakikinig pa din. Baka mamaya nakamute pala ako. Naka-join lang sila sa Zoom. Okay. Right? Going once, going twice. Did you check your grades already? Yung standing nyo in percentage sa Canvas? Canvas grades rather.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How is it? Kailangan ba mag-effort lalo sa finals? So kung nakaipon kayo ng magandang standing sa midterms, keep it up. Keep it up. No. Papantayan nyo na lang yan sa finals. Kung mababa ang midterms, nako, dapat perfect ang finals. Okay, again, please write your names in chat. I will now close the PowerPoint okay. Thank you so much again. And okay, yes, correct. Sorry, don't go yet. I was asking earlier, actually, I already told you, no? I was asking earlier kung may face-to-face class. Nag-reply ba kayo sa announcement? Did you comment that doon?
Yes, ma'am.
Hindi po, ma'am.
Na-comment ba? Okay. So that I will check. So for that, then we will try to make some adjustments next week kung may face-to-face kayo ng Wednesday. So, like yung isa 1:40. Then, we'll try to make it as much as possible Thursday. Nag-extend po till 2 p.m. Major subject. Ay, nako, mga major subject talaga.
Ma'am,
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday po ba yung nakasulat?
Wednesday, Thursday, pareho? Parehong face-to-face?
Friday, Saturday po ata kasi
Friday,
yung
Saturday
nakasulat
po yung
dun sa
nakasulat, ma'am.
announcement.
Ah, really? What? Friday, Saturday yung nakasulat.